My name is Stephanie Krenrich. I'm with the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation, and I appreciate the opportunity to be here today to talk about Section 903 of the Food and Drug Administration Safety and Innovation Act about consultation with external experts on rare diseases, targeted treatments, and genetic targeting of treatments. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about what Section 903 is, what it does, how it's being implemented by the FDA, and maybe a way that it could be implemented a little more fully. And I'm going to do it in 5 minutes. I will do my best. Just to talk a little bit about what cystic fibrosis is, it's a rare disease. There are about 30,000 people in the United States with cystic fibrosis and about 70,000 people worldwide. It's primarily a lung disease that causes the body to, thick, sticky mucus to build up in the body. That is caused by a defective gene that makes this mucus clog the lungs, and it can lead to life-threatening infections. It also impacts the digestive, reproductive, and other systems in the body. There are about 1,000 new cases of cystic fibrosis diagnosed every year, and despite significant advances, CF remains a fatal disorder. Life expectancy for those with CF has risen remarkably during the past 6 decades. In the 1950s, those with CF didn't live to attend elementary school, and now we have people with cystic fibrosis living into their 30s and 40s and beyond, so we've made some really incredible progress. This advance in life expectancy is due in large part to groundbreaking advancements in treatments that are made possible because of the work of the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation and the incredible work of our patients and their families and their friends who have done remarkable things to help us get where we are today. So now I'm going to talk a little bit about Section 903, consultation with external experts on rare diseases, targeted therapies, and genetic targeting of treatments. The Cystic Fibrosis Foundation worked with Senator Sheldon Whitehouse, then Congressman Ed Markey, now Senator Ed Markey, then Congressman Cliff Stearns, and current Congressman Tom Marino, to include this particular provision in the Food and Drug Administration Safety and Innovation Act. It was originally introduced as the Expanding and Promoting Expertise in Review of Rare Treatments Act, the EXPERT Act, in both the House and the Senate. And the provision aims to promote the efficiency of and inform the review of new drugs and biologics for rare disease and for products that are genetically targeted. So what does this section do? It's twofold. One, it directs the Secretary to ensure that opportunities exist for the FDA to consult with stakeholders. And two, it directs the FDA to develop a list of external experts in rare diseases that can be used for consultation. Basically, it encourages the Secretary to have reviewers reach out to experts outside of the agency in rare disease in order to streamline the process and make sure that those reviewers have the expertise they need and the information they need to move treatments through more quickly. And it's a proactive process, and it would be consultation all the way from the IND stage through NDA. Potential topics of consultation are encompassed in the law, including rare diseases and their severity, unmet medical need, clinical trials issues, epidemiology, and other issues. So why is this necessary? It has the potential, and it should be already, creating greater efficiency by streamlining access to specialized information on rare disease topics, particularly in this emerging landscape right now with personalized medicine and genetically targeted treatments. And this type of case-by-case consultation that happens on an individualized basis is critical. There are 7,000 rare diseases, and there's no way that review divisions can know about all of them. So facilitating a mechanism for outreach to rare disease experts outside of the agency could be very helpful in the review of treatments for rare diseases. And we know that this kind of collaboration works. I know that a lot of folks that I've spoken with already know about a drug called Kalydeco that was approved in 2012 for cystic fibrosis. And it's the very first drug to target the root genetic cause of CF. It actually corrects the defect for cystic fibrosis for one particular genetic mutation that impacts about 4% of the population. It was developed by Vertex Pharmaceuticals in consultation and collaboration with the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation. And those taking it have made incredible health gains. We're seeing people come off lung transplant lists. This is a drug that can make it possible for folks with cystic fibrosis to live with cystic fibrosis for a long time, which is, it's really incredible. So the really remarkable thing about Kaleido is that it was approved by the FDA about 3 months ahead of its PDUFA date. So, and I think it took 2 to 3 months to be approved, which is one of the fastest approvals in the history of the FDA. And one of the reasons that we think that that happened is because of the just unbelievable amount of collaboration that happened between the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation, Vertex, and the FDA. And the FDA had reached out to the CF Foundation and to experts at renowned experts in cystic fibrosis on topics that they needed information on having to do with review. And we believe this contributed to a more efficient evaluation and is a testament to what can be achieved when stakeholders collaborate across sectors and when stakeholders collaborate. And we'd like to see, in working on this provision, we wanted to see this best practice, this outreach happen and become more of a standard practice. So the FDA is taking a number of steps to ensure that opportunities exist to consult for their folks to consult with external experts. Review divisions are seeking input from experts for specific drug or biologic applications, as well as broader scientific or regulatory topics. They utilize advisory committees and workshops and conferences and meetings. For instance, in January 2014, there was a 3-day conference at the FDA on rare disease clinical trial issues and pediatric drug development. And they have a roster of special government employees who can be engaged for advisory committees. So we think the FDA is doing a great job. However, they could do a little more. Within the legislation, there was a list of external rare disease experts that they were directed to create. And we'd love to see that progress on that move along. It could really enhance the process, having that kind of resource. And it should be developed thoughtfully and transparently. And the agency, we just want to make sure that they take full advantage of the expertise of the individuals identified for this consultation. It's critical that the FDA continue to meaningfully and proactively take advantage of this important provision and utilize the unique knowledge of those with specialized expertise in rare diseases. So I'll stop there. Thank you.